AIA Vitality. Your health is every choice you make. We are part of a global wellness program with over 1.65 million members in AIA across Asia. And in Singapore, we have more than 100,000 members on AIA Vitality. Members live healthier by knowing their health through online health assessments and screenings. They improve their health by logging exercises and enjoying the rewards to keep them going. And indeed, members are making improvements in their health. Even the vitality age gap has narrowed to less than a year. Best of all, you earn points for every activity. The higher your status, the greater the rewards, including up to 15% off insurance premium on selected AIA plans. To keep you going, there is the weekly fitness challenge, with personalized targets to help pace and improve your fitness. When you complete the challenge, you get a spin on the Vitality Wheel to earn Vitality Coins, which you can use at the marketplace. That's not all. You also earn AIA Vitality Points for completing these activities. And very soon, you'll be on your way to Platinum status. And we sweeten the deal further with many exciting partner benefits that you can enjoy. With AIA Vitality, nothing gets better than a healthier you. So get onto AIA Vitality today because your health is every choice you make.
Namaste. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to today's Morning Sunrise Yoga session on day 2 of AIA Health and Wellness Live, powered by AIA Vitality. Thank you, everyone, for waking up bright and early, and if you did, you're in for a real treat today. We have some special guests with us this morning. From Fitness First Singapore, we have Samantha Dorai and her team members. Samantha is a certified yoga instructor who has been practicing yoga for 5 years now, first starting out with hot yoga and Bikram. With a wide range of classes now under her belt, from power to hatha, inversions, arm balances, and even Ashtanga, Samantha is a walking endorphin who promises her classes will always be challenging. But not to be intimidated if you are a beginner, Samantha and her team will first be leading us in a morning yoga routine to loosen up those muscles, shake off any lethargy, and get us off to a refreshing start to the day. Take it away, Samantha.
Thanks, Shanice. Hi, good morning, everyone. We are going to be doing a 30-minute sunrise yoga class. So think about loosening up muscles, think about waking the body up, starting the day nice and fresh. And you will need a mat, towel, and water bottle if you think you're going to need a bit of water, but don't hydrate yourself too much, okay? Let's start the class proper. All right, everybody, please come to the front of the mat. Okay, put your feet together. Try to bring your big toes to touch. All right, we're just going to inhale the arms all the way up. So feel the stretch from the waist all the way up. And try to look up and stretch the front of the neck. Really stretch nice and long. Exhale, you're going to fold all the way forward. Try to get your fingertips down to the mat. If you cannot bring your fingertips down, place your hands on your knees. Look forward, stretch. Then slowly bend your knees if you have to. Place your palms on the mat. Take a slow walk back to what we call plank. Okay, bring your knees down on the mat. Think about chest coming down, so look forward. Okay, bend the elbows, bring the knuckles down, press everything in, look forward. You're going to tuck the toes and slowly glide forward into what we call the cobra. Roll the shoulders back and down, maybe look up. And slowly we're going to push back to that downward facing dog. Nice inverted V. Take time here to pedal your feet, bend your left leg, bend your right leg. Keep the shoulders nice and stretched. Keep the shoulder blades apart. Okay, say yes or no here. Get really comfortable. The neck. Make sure there's a lot of space between the neck and the shoulders. Let's take a breath here for 4. Keep looking towards the space at the back of the thighs for 3. For 2. And very gently take a slow walk back to the front of the mat. Come to that forward fold again. Remember, modification, you can place your palms on your knees, otherwise fingertips down to the mat. And slowly inhale to rise the same way we came up. And then bring your hands to heart center. Okay, we're going to do 4 more rounds of this. Okay, so just do it the same way. Don't forget to breathe. All right, and take the modifications that you need. All right, inhale the arms all the way up. Second round. Exhale again to fold forward. Inhale to lengthen to look forward. Again, press palms, bend your knees if you have to. Take a walk to plank. Knees down. Think about chest coming down. And lastly, your chin coming down. Look forward, breathe here. Flatten the toes. Rise up to what we call the cobra. Exhale to that nice inverted V. Downward facing dog. 5 breaths here. Okay, remember to breathe. Send your chest towards your belly and your thighs. For 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Again, very gently move yourself to the front of the mat. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rise up nice and tall. Look up, stretch the front of the neck. Exhale, bring hands to heart center. 3 more rounds. Third one, inhale, arms all the way up. Exhale again to fold forward. Inhale to lengthen here. Take a walk back to plank. Now, this time I'm going to give you some modification. We always say modify for beginners. Let's modify for the advanced people. Okay? So beginners, you can stay knees, chest, chin. For the advanced people, you will be in plank. You can come to what we call chaturanga, like a push-up. Push yourself up. Inhale to the up dog. That means your thighs don't go on the mat. Okay? And then push back. Downward facing dog. Remember, you can always stay at modified beginner position until you're comfortable to go to the advanced pose. Okay? 2 more breaths here. One more breath. And very gently walk yourself, please, to the front of the mat in between your palms. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rise up nice and tall. Hands to heart center. 2 more rounds. By now, you should already be feeling quite loose in the muscles. You'll be feeling quite warm as well, okay? Last 2. Inhale, arms all the way up. Exhale to fold. Inhale to lengthen, look forward. Press the palms. Take a walk back to that plank. Take the choice of knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga, your choice. Look forward. Glide up to the cobra or the up dog. That means your thighs are either on or off the mat. And push back. Downward facing dog. 5 breaths. Remember, your 5 breaths, you're most welcome to start paddling your feet if you feel that the hamstrings are still a little tight. Okay, 2 more breaths. And 1, take a slow walk to the front of the mat. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise up nice and tall. Exhale, bring hands to heart center. We got 1 more round to go. I'm gonna bring it up a little bit of a notch for those advanced users as well, okay? So inhale the arms all the way up. Exhale to fold. Remember, here we had the inhale to lengthen and we walk back to plank. We had knees, chest, chin, we had chaturanga. Now, for the advanced users, we want you to think about floating back. Okay? Float back to that plank. Take your choice of knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Rise up to the cobra or the up dog, and push back. Downward facing dog, 5 breaths. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly walk yourself to the front of the mat in between your palms. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rise up nice and tall. Stretch, 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 stretch. Exhale, bring hands to heart center. Everybody feeling warm? Good. That's what we want, okay? So the body is nice and loose. You're nice and warmed up now. Okay, we're going to think about just coming to mat width distance apart. So think about feet facing forward, okay? Coming to the edge of the mat. Inhale the arms all the way up. We're going to do a side stretch. Okay, so think about right hand holding on to left wrist. Okay, stretch it all the way up. We're going to push the hips to the left. Think about pushing, kicking, bringing those hips all the way. So don't force. Okay. Now, when you've got the hips to your maximum, think about using that right hand to pull that left wrist. Pull to your maximum. Remember, you don't have to go crazy, crazy deep. Okay, think about being able to breathe as you push your hips to the left. All right, make sure you're breathing for 5. Maybe smile. 4, if you can. Okay, 3, good. 2, and 1. Back to center. We're going to do the same thing. So left hand on right wrist. Remember, you're going to push the hips to the right, extreme right, as much as you can. Once you've got that maximum, think about stretching. And try to open up that right shoulder so you're always looking up rather than down so that shoulder doesn't cave in, okay? For 3, 2, and 1, back to center. Let's just fold forward and come with bent knees and just stay here. And then slowly come to what we call the goddess pose, okay? Taking a bit of a steal of rest here, okay? So you're going to think about bringing palms to the heart center. Use the elbows to push the knees away from you. Those of us who are a bit tight on the hips, that means you'll be like in this position. Okay, think about just staying here and breathing. If you have a block, you can place the block here so you're kind of like sitting on the block. All right? So you don't feel too much work on the pelvic, a stretch here on the hips. Those of us who can, you think about bringing the pelvic closer to the mat, okay, as best as you can. Remember, it's just sunrise yoga, okay? Make sure that you're starting the day right. That's all we want to think about in this 20-minute session left, okay? Think about shimming left and right, left and right. So just get nice and easy on the hips. Nice and easy on the hips. Okay, then we're going to slide that right armpit to the right knee. Place that right palm down. You can come on fingertips or full palms. Option 1, just open that left shoulder. Okay, open, open, open. Option 2, only if you feel that you can, you will start to bring yourself into what we call a bind. Okay? Open that left shoulder up. Make sure the bind is nice and tight for 2. And 1 back to center. Oops. Same thing. We're going to think about now left side. Okay, so left side, good. Left armpit to left knee. Open, open, open. Right arm open up. Option to come to bound is available. Okay, those who want to try, think about opening up that left shoulder as well. For 3, for 2, and 1 back to center. Good. Let's just come back to that goddess pose again. Okay, I want you to close your eyes now and imagine a wall behind you. So lean the whole body back towards that wall. Okay, lean even that shoulder blades back to that wall. For 3, for 2, and 1. Now slowly we're going to come back up to standing. Okay, come back up to standing. Come back up to standing. Bring your feet together at the front of the mat. Okay, come to the front of the mat. We're going to come to what we call mountain pose. Taking a breather break here, just for breath. Okay, so think about coming to the front of the mat, feet together, palms to face forward. Okay, imagine again that wall, so lean back and down. Close your eyes. I want you to concentrate on breath only. Okay, think about maybe even going to the third eye chakra, which is the space in between your eyebrows. Okay, try to find some quiet time there for just 1 minute. Okay, just 1 minute. Roll the shoulders back and down. Tuck the pelvic under. Bring the belly towards the spine. Good. We have half a minute to go. Last 20 breaths. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now bring your feet together, inhale the arms all the way up, stretch, stretch, stretch. This time interlace your palms. Imagine pushing the ceiling away from you. We're just going to do small little side stretches, so don't take too much pressure into either sides of the body, okay? Just slow, and then start to move your feet towards the edge of the mat. Take that stretch a little deeper, okay? Slowly hanging onto the right side for about 2-3 seconds. Come back to center, stretch up. Again to the left, 2-3 seconds, your choice. Okay, we're trying to just stretch the sides of the body. And then very gently place hands on your waist. Okay, we're going to do the same thing. Now we're going to release that right hand on right thigh. Think about pushing hips to the left and stretching that right hand all the way down as deeply as you can. However, please don't think about the left shoulder coming forward. So everything should be in one line. Imagine again that wall behind you. Okay? Keep that left hand on your waist. Slide that right arm down for 2. And try to look up if you can. For 1. Slowly come back to center. Same thing. Left palm. You're going to think about sliding it down the left thigh. Right hand on waist. Slowly stretch, 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 stretch as best as you can. Opening that right shoulder. Maybe look up for 2. And 1. Good. Slowly now we're going to place our palms to the mat. We're going to walk back to that downward facing dog. We're going to place our knees down. We're going to think about bum to heel, belly to thighs, forehead to mat. And this is what we call the child's pose. Okay? Child's pose, we take these 5 breaths or so to really think about releasing any tension in the whole body. Okay? From the sacrum, which is just down here, all the way to those fingertips. Okay, the longer we can lengthen, the better we feel, the more stretched we feel. Okay, for 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. and slowly coming up. So this is the time where I tell you to take your water towel break. Okay? Otherwise, we're just going to come back up to sitting, and we're going to come to a very different variation of what we call the spinal twist. Okay? So make sure that your bum is on the heels, your knees are on the mat. Okay? Try not to move any of these off the mat. All right? We're going to bring the right palm behind the right heel. Think about that left shoulder coming forward in sync with this right shoulder. Okay? Adjust the bum on the heel if you think you need a bit of adjustment. And then, okay, this is quite deep. My variation here, the left palm coming down. Okay, it's pretty deep. Think about fingertips. As long as your left shoulder is here, in sync with the right, that's all we need. Okay? So stay here for 2. And 1, back to center. Switch left side, same thing, left palm behind left heel. Think about sitting back first and then get comfortable on the heel, bring that right shoulder forward on fingertips. If you can and you're a bit more loose on the spine, you can bring that right palm down. You will hear cracking. My body cracks all the time. Okay? So don't worry about those cracking sounds. It's actually really quite good for the spinal twist. All right, for 2 and 1 back to center. Good. Now we're going to come back to what we call the downward facing dog. Go back to that nice inverted V. Let's do a bit of what we call the alignment check. Okay? Make sure that our V shape, we are working, there are a couple of things that we're working here. We are working the upper back. We are also working the hamstrings. Okay? So think about upper body, nice and long. Maybe the legs you can bend it because your hamstrings are tight. You can think about this kind of, this is perfectly fine. Okay, what we want to see is a nice long spine. The legs, not so important, okay? We're going to spend about 30 seconds in the downward facing dog. I can see him cringing, so I'm going to use him, okay? All right, bend your knees for a while, please. Okay, this is very normal. People who have tight hamstrings find it really difficult to come to even a simple position like a downward facing dog, okay? So you're going to think about focusing on the space in between your thighs. Bring your shoulders, chest towards the thighs. Okay, bring your chest to... Good. Keep your arms nice and straight. Your knees can be super bent. That's okay. Okay? For 3, very nice. Some of you. For 2. And 1. Slowly walk yourself, please, to the front of the mat in between your palms. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise up nice and tall, stretch, stretch, stretch. Now here, let's do something what we call a back bend. Think about arching the upper back, middle back, and sending those triceps behind the ears. Okay, for 3, hands can be together or hands can be apart, up to you. For 2, and 1. Good, bring hands to the waist. We're going to come to just mat with the wrists apart. Okay, we're going to think about arms out to the side, arms out to the side, okay? A little bit of what we call the twist. So stagger yourself just in case some of you got long arms. I don't have that problem, so, okay? Now think about just twisting. And we're not just looking for a twist, we're looking for a spinal twist. So the trunk movement is what I'm looking for, okay? Think about moving the trunk rotation. Good. At your own time, just 5 counts will do, okay? At your own time, at your own pace. So we're trying to really just twist the trunk. For 3, for 2, and 1. Now slowly clasp your hands behind your back. Squeeze shoulder blades, so you should look like this, okay? Try not to have any gap in between, okay? Try not to have any gap in between. We're going to inhale to look up. So when you look up, think about setting those knuckles all the way down towards the mat. Exhale, you're going to fold. Remember, a forward fold, even if you cannot straighten your legs, you're most welcome to bend your knees. Because this forward fold is a shoulder forward fold. Some of you will have to remain here, okay? Because your shoulders are not flexible and it's a bit tight, it's okay. Otherwise, you're going to think about sending your knuckles to the front of the room. And if you're still okay, you're going to think about straightening your legs and sending your knuckles to the room. 4, 5. 4. Just keep standing, keep breathing. 3, 2, and slowly palms down. take a walk back to that downward facing dog, please. Okay, we're going to start to move the hips now. We've done shoulders, upper body. Okay, back to downward facing dog. We're going to come to tippy toes. So we call this the tippy toes. Okay, right leg up towards the ceiling. Okay, think about stretching, stretching, stretching. We don't need it to go too high. We're not opening the hips up. We're just using the quadricep. So we're using this muscle here to push the leg up as high as you can. And start to point your toes for 5. 4, remember your alignment to send your chest towards your belly. 3, good, you can still micro bend your knees, perfectly fine. 2, and 1, right foot, step it forward in between your palms. We will come to what we call the warrior 1. So right foot flat, left foot also flat. Okay, try to make sure that the distance is quite wide. And then inhale, hands on your waist. Okay, look forward. Think about a wall behind you always. So you're nice and tall, you're always sitting up nice and tall. Okay, if you're still okay here, inhale the arms all the way up. Look up towards the ceiling, press palms together, sit lower on that right knee. For 5, try to sit lower, try to stretch the front of the neck to look up. 4, 3, 2, very gently, place palm down, right leg go back to plank. Again, your choice of that knees, chest, chin, or the push-up, which is called the chaturanga. Rise up to the cobra up dog, good. Exhale, downward facing dog. This time, super high tippy toes again. We're going to send that left leg up towards ceiling. Left foot slowly in between your palms. Flatten this left leg, flatten the right leg. Once you've got that sorted out, inhale 2, place hands on waist. Stay here to breathe. Okay, some of us lose our breath when it gets a little bit too challenging. And slowly inhale the arms all the way up. Palms to touch. Look up. Sit lower on that left knee. Idea is to stretch the hamstrings on the right, stretch the quads on the left. Okay, for 3, 2, and 1. Palms down. Slowly take that left leg back to plank. Your choice of knees, chest, chin, chaturanga. Rise up, cobra up dog. And exhale. Let's take that child's pose again, please, everyone. Okay. Bum to heel, belly to thighs, forehead to mat. Take this time to slow the breath down. For 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Again, I invite you to take a water towel break. Okay? Sit up nice and tall. Take a water towel break. Even if you don't need a water towel break, take a break. Okay, take a breath break. All right? Once you're done, let's come back to that down dog. We're going to just stretch our hips now while we start to wind down. Okay? Super high tippy toes again. Right leg up and forward, outside, right hand. Think about that left leg coming down to the mat, left knee, and trying to bring that left thigh as close to the mat as possible. Now here, we have lots of variations because of the hip flexor, okay, or the hip flexibility rather. You can stay here and just breathe, okay? Option 2, you're going to come down to elbows. Remember to keep that right knee close to you, okay? Try not to let it flare out. Keep it close. Option 3, come lower on this left thigh. Open that right sole of the foot. Option 4, to push that right knee away and to look up. For 5, feeling lots of sensations, okay? Hip abductors, the hips itself. 4, even your quadriceps. 3, 2, and 1. Back to center. So everybody come back to this position again, and then bring that right knee just to join the left knee, which is already down. And then take that knees, chest, chin. Rise up to that cobra. And exhale. Downward facing dog. Super high tippy toes. Left leg up and forward. Outside. Left hand, right knee down. Okay, we're going to try and bring that right quadricep as low as possible. Option 1, stay right here. Option 2, elbows. Option 3, bring that right thigh closer. Open the sole of that left foot. Option 4, push that left knee away from you. Look up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and slowly back to sole of the foot down. Bring the left knee to join the right knee. Take a knees, chest, chin, slowly rise up to that cobra and push back, downward facing dog. Slowly walk yourself to the front of the mat and I want you to sit. Yay, we are finally sitting, right? I know. Okay, your body is super warmed up by now. Okay, I promise you. Now we're going to think about just loosening everything, hamstrings, quadriceps, and maybe just start to do some nice supine positions, okay, sitting down. Very simple forward folds. Now forward fold, make sure that your thighs are pressed into the mat, feet are flexed at all times, okay? I never say touch your toes, so don't think about touching the toes. The forward fold, your hands can be just right here. You're going to think about folding forward, right? That's the action. To fold forward, and if you can, then you can hold on to the heels or your toes. Otherwise, some of you are just here. That's perfectly fine. Okay? Stay here and breathe. We're going to be here for 5 breaths. Okay? The rest of us who are a bit more flexible on the hamstrings, okay, you can think about fold, think about belly to thighs, and forehead to mat. Okay? 5. No pressure. 4. Okay? Just go where it's comfortable for you always. 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to think about a bit of a challenge. So take that left hand outside any part of that right leg. Okay, a bit of a spinal twist and a fold. We're going to try to bring that left shoulder forward. Micro bend that left arm. Keep this right palm nice and easy here. Okay, those of you who can, think about going a little lower. Okay, ultimately your last option will be left cheek to right thigh. Okay? Otherwise, you can stay here. As long as you feel that the spine is a little bit twisted, you're feeling nice and good on that stretch, that's okay. For 2 and 1, switching sides. Right hand on any part of that left leg, remember. Okay, this left palm is just nice and easy here. Switch, and you can think about, if you like, to micro bend that arm and take a deeper fold. And if you like, that right thigh or that right cheek goes to the left thigh. Okay, for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're just going to fold forward. So this straddle forward fold is the easiest as compared to this. Okay, here you have no leverage at all. You're literally using full hamstrings. Okay, but here you have the choice of some leeway here, a bit of a stretch, a much better stretch than you would with the legs closed. Okay, now we're going to imagine a block. So think about a block maybe in line with your heels. Okay, you're going to kind of like hold on to that block. So come on, fingertips. The idea of a forward fold is to lengthen the spine. Okay, think about the sternum bone, which is this bone, jutting forward at all times. Okay, so you don't come to this position where the back starts to round. You want this. Okay, I'd rather you be here than here. Okay, so just think about the stretch. Remember, we've already warmed up the full body. We are coming down, all the way down to hips, down to the legs, and then time to rest. Okay, so make sure that we are working everything in that sequence so we feel really good at the end of class. Okay, for 3, some of you may be able to bring your elbows down. Okay, for 2, like I said, modifications, variations, it varies from person to person. And 1. Now we're going to lie on our back. Okay, lie down everyone, please. Lie on your back. Keep your legs apart if you like. It's much more comfortable. Now bring your arms over the head. Okay, stretch your arms over the head. You're going to touch the plants, move yourself down. Okay, good. So think about a full body stretch, somebody pulling you from the top, someone pulling you from the bottom. Okay, you can point your toes to feel that full stretch. So when I say inhale, think about stretch, 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 stretch. Exhale, release. Okay, inhale, stretch, 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 stretch. Exhale, release. Now try to have your fingers touch in any variation, okay, whether it's clasp, whether it's Okay, any variation, interlace. Okay, one more time. Inhale, stretch, 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 stretch. Exhale, release. Good. Bring your knees to the chest. Hug the knees in tight. Okay, hug everything in nice and tight. Okay, if you can, holding on to the opposite of ends of the elbow. Okay, and just rocking yourselves left and right, massaging the lower back, middle back. Okay. And then we're going to come to this position, what we call happy baby. Okay, I want you to be happy like a baby. So make sure that you're thinking about really holding on to the outer arches of your feet. Bring the knees closer to you. And then you can rock very gently, left and right. Oopsie. Left and right. Okay, if your partner next to you is coming towards you, just move to the other side. Okay, for 3, for 2, and 1. Just bring everything in. So cross the ankles, squeeze yourself like a ball, hold on to the opposite ends of the elbow, bring forehead to knee. Okay, stretch the back of the neck. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and we're coming to what we call Shavasana. Final resting pose. 30 minutes of good hard work, everyone. Thank you very much. Okay, we're just going to come to legs mat width distance apart, palms away from the body, palms facing up to ceiling. Roll the shoulders back and down. I want you to breathe. That's all. Okay, your job for the next 10 breaths is to just breathe. I want you to make sure that the body feels rejuvenated, relaxed, and recharged. Okay, on the inhale, feel the belly rise. On the exhale, belly fall. Inhale, belly rise. Exhale, belly falls. Last 3 more breaths. 2 more breaths. And 1. Very gently wake up your fingers and toes by just moving them very slowly, very gently. Turn your head gently side to side. Please make sure both ears touch the mat so your neck gets a full stretch. Okay, inhale the arms all the way up. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Turn your body to any one side and stay there for a while. And then very gently make your way up to sitting. Okay, very gently. You can come to lotus. That means you can either cross your legs or you can just cross the ankles. Okay, palms on your knees. Take a very slow head rotation, neck rotation clockwise. Very gently take that anti-clockwise. Good. Inhale the arms all the way up. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Bring hands to heart center. Thank you, everyone. Namaste. I hope you had a good yoga session and you are all recharged and ready to start your day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Samantha and Theme from the Fitness First Singapore. Thank you for leading us in such an invigorating time of yoga to kickstart the rest of our programs today at AIA Health and Wellness Live, powered by AIA Vitality. Coming up next on our program, it's time to get our heart rate up and pumping. We have our partners from Virgin Active leading us in a Latin cardio dance workout. So grab yourself some water and a towel if you need to, and I'll see you at our next workout.